The night out on the town continues at AMC Theaters. We're going to see Bridge of Spies, the new Spielberg film with Tom Hanks. So I will let you guys know what I think, and I'm sure I will have a lot of opinions. Good morning, happy Friday. It's basically the weekend, but there's dew on the grass and it's cold outside, and I went to Mass. Strange thing I've seen today, I just saw a Papa John's delivery man delivering pizzas to Zaxby's. Whether he's delivering for the employees or whether he's delivering for someone inside, I'm not sure, but either way, that's a little odd seeing as though you're at Zaxby's getting pizzas delivered. Strange. Do you know what the best thing to come home and see at the house is? Dunkin' Donuts that are blurry because the camera's in focus. Let's focus now. Here we go. Oh, man. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's got like jelly in it, but it's got some strange holes and... never mind. I know America runs on Dunkin', but I don't run on that donut. I run on the chocolate frosted stuff. So we got Hattie a new bed, but it's camouflage, and we don't really want a camouflage bed. So as Mom said, we're camouflaging the camouflage.
Yeah.
No one knows. Now it's dog bone bed. But Hattie likes it, apparently.
Yep.
She sleeps on it. That's all that matters. But it's a camo bed. That's like... It's very meta. It's a very meta concept of a camo bed.
Let's all...
Got a night out on the town with the Rents tonight. We're starting the night at your pie. Or my pie, or... the pie, whatever pie you want it to be, it's yours. So here at Your Pie, you get the menu. You can either choose what you want on your pizza, or you can choose a pre-selected pizza. But they've got all of the toppings, and it's almost like Subway, but pizza. You choose like what kind of crust you want, what kind of sauce you want, what you want on top of it, what cheese you want, all kinds of stuff. And then they have a brick oven that they put it into, and they let you know when it's done. Customize your pizza. Yum, pizza, it's looking tasty at Your Pie. The night out on the town continues at AMC Theaters. We're going to see Bridge of Spies, the new Spielberg film with Tom Hanks. So I will let you guys know what I think, and I'm sure I will have a lot of opinions. Bridge of Spies, for those of you who don't know, this is the new Steven Spielberg film. He directed this film. Starring Tom Hanks, and I don't remember the other guy's name. Mark Rylance, that's his name. They were, I gotta say, fantastic acting. The acting in this movie, superb. If you don't know the story of this film, because it wasn't really advertised at all, which I sort of thought was surprising that they didn't give it a little bit more attention. Like, I just found out about it like 2 weeks ago. But it's about a American lawyer defending a Russian spy during the Cold War, which is not very acceptable in America's eyes. And I really enjoyed this film. There are a few things that I thought were a little odd. I'll start with those and then go to my good things. The story had a little bit too much that it needed to get done, and I don't think it fully developed areas that it needed to develop because there was too much that the story had to do. There were too many places that it had to go, too many characters that it had to focus on in order for it to all make sense. And so the first act of the movie, where you actually see Tom Hanks defending the Russian spy, I wanted to see him actually defending him. I wanted to see him actually... I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I want to see what he's arguing in favor of a Russian spy. Like, that's interesting. And I was frustrated that they didn't show me that, but as the movie progressed, I realized it was because that wasn't really the point of the movie. The movie had a lot more to it. It wasn't just him defending him and trying to win that case. So as the movie progressed, I really enjoyed that idea more, but there are subplots, sub-characters in the film that the film didn't focus on enough, and it focused on Tom Hanks a lot, which you needed the main character to be focused on. You needed the Russian spy to be focused on because they're two key characters in the film, but you needed the other characters to be focused on too because they were important to the film, and none of it matters, none of it really, I should really not care about it if those characters don't have any development, and they didn't. They had a tiny bit of development, but not too much. So character development really, for the main characters it was great. For the characters who were a little bit lower that needed character development, they didn't get as much as they needed. And I feel like you could have added, it's a 2-hour and 20-minute movie, why not add an extra 10 minutes? Like, just go ahead and do it. I don't care. Put it up to 2.5 hours. At this point, I'm already focused. I'm already paying attention. By the time the movie reaches the second act, it loses steam, it putters out, it slows down for a little bit, and then it easily picks it back up towards the end. You easily get right back into it, but it does have a little bit of a slow area in the middle, and there's a very, very odd sequence in a Russian prison where the movie loses all continuity and you don't think that you're watching the same movie. I didn't, at least. I was like, what is this? And then it goes back to the normal movie and you're like, thank you, this is what I was actually enjoying, and I don't know why you went away. It was like they almost were using handheld cameras and they weren't even like using quality equipment or using quality editing techniques. Like, it was just weird, very odd. Just lacked continuity in one section of the movie that didn't need continuity, but it would have helped. But overall, cinematography in this movie, great. There are some shots, there's one specifically, well, two specifically. There's one near the beginning of the film where they're panning across a room and they're doing it from the floor, so they're looking up at the room. It's a very interesting shot. I don't know what Spielberg was doing with it, but I loved it. And there's another shot specifically where you have almost the entire shot is composed of the shadow of a guy's back, and Tom Hanks and another character are conversing on either side of his back. So Tom Hanks is on one side of his back looking towards the other character who's on the opposite side of his back on the other side of the screen, but almost the entire screen is filled with this man's back and his shadow. Just very odd shots like that, but I enjoyed them, and a ton of tracking shots which are fantastic and they're fun to watch. Very that had continuity throughout the film. Cinematography was fantastic. The movie looked great, sounded great. Soundtrack not very memorable, but it fit for most of the time. The Russian prison sequence, not so much. But the movie was great, I think. It was a fantastic movie. I will definitely be purchasing when it comes out. I wouldn't see it again in theaters, just because it's not the type of movie to see again in theaters, but I would definitely have it for when I can say, hey, have you seen Bridge of Spies? No? Let's watch it. This is one you need to watch. So, Bridge of Spies, I give it 4 out of 5. I think it's a great movie. Go see it. But I'm tired, and I'm tired of thinking about film, and I'm tired of dissecting this movie, so I'm going to go to bed. So, choose virtue, choose life. So long for now. It's not like the perfect time of the day. You can even sleep in. You still get the sunset. Sunrise, you gotta wake up at like the crack of dawn. That ain't happening.